Hello. He's rolling the other news so I can start off this stream, Jazz. I need to log in, but it's Final Fantasy today. Test. So I can start off. Yep. God, I sound annoying. Right, well, I can see stuff's being stuffed. Let me. And then let me. It is the login window, yes. Yes. Final Fantasy. Hee. And now, just like that, I'm gone. Like a fart in the wind. I wonder if that Veneti file will ever show up again. They're pretty funny. Ah, I ran out of tissues. Oh. I need to open another box of tissues. You know, I'm too lazy for that. God damn. I believe I'm in the process of unlocking the Keeper of the Lake. Oh, why did I even have it on? T-shirt removed. We might as well do the Twitter stuff. Well, Twitter stuff. I literally just shout at Final Fantasy 14 chat at my pals saying I'm live, and then I put in Twitter the same message you put in every damn time. Oh, well, that's dead nice. And YouTuber I've followed for a good long while. I really like Pat Static. Literally at the top of my timeline 2 minutes ago. His son was born. These pictures. That's lovely. I am with FF14 doing SQ. B Bob Mick. No, that's not how you do it in this one. It's twitch.tv/BBobMick. That's how we do it here, right? Yeah. There's my stupid egg. Pachow. Oh, pachow. Okay, turn that down a wee bit. Why can't I see my mic anymore? What are you doing, microphone? Get down there so I can see you. So I know if I've accidentally muted you or no. Wonderful. Right, onward. Speaking with the Domin and Mordana. I can do that. Tataru. Do you want like a boost or something? No, don't give up. It's just up there. You just need to tiptoe a little bit. Silly tiny mortals. Man, if I ever glam back to being a bunny boy, which I will for Shadowbringers, I think I'm just going to slide that height slider just whoop right up. What is this? Sing me another song. Is that you? Oops. What happened? Ever since the first set foot in these lands, I've been haunted by a song, foretold of the Coven of the Seven Umbral Era, and those who will deliver us from doom. Okay. Sure. You know what? Go away, achievements. I don't need to look at you. Nope, can't do that yet. Okay. Whee! If I get all the way through to starting Heavensward today, I'm probably going to instead backtrack a little and do that lovely tower in the distance. And then, depending on what time we are, by the time I finish that, like, because that could be like a stream in of itself finishing that off, I'll probably get Yvette or Soren to just punch the Bahamut raid for me. You're in luck, miss. I was late to send word to Reverend Stoll about the Garlanes. Of late, I've seen small airships, likely from Castrum Sentry, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake. Though I can't say for certain at this distance, I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. Castrum supply lines have been cut for some time, and I wager they're desperate need of spare parts and other equipment. So it's true then. Miss Gardens honestly fear the worm might rise again soon. Well, from here that seems rather unlikely. But if it's assurance they want, no choice but to expect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creatures which inhabit the wreckage, and the aforementioned Garleans who won't take kindly to your presence. They're sure to fire upon your airship. Advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Agrias, then climb to the top. It's only a viable approach, I'd say. Wham. I can do this. Right. Keeper of the Lake. Wait, it'll be below these, won't it? There's there. Right. Shadow Doggo, you're cool, but I think it's time we swap to Big Shell. Big Shell time. Actually, you know what? I got fucking Mercab, didn't I? Let's have a perfectly normal, not at all weird horse. Don't mind that it's purple and sparkly. Seriously, don't mind. Stop minding. I can see you minding, stop it. Have some particles. Everyone likes particles. I suppose then I should maybe try and see what of this can be sold and whatever have you. Because we're grinding it, well, in Longinus, I did get a few bits and bobs. Inventory. 3,000, okay. Sure. Why is that up for as much as that? Still the one there, so I guess I'll keep it like that. 1,000? No, 500. Someone can buy it. Some stone visual lumber? 400. I'll sell mine for 300. They want some horn? I'll put it up for 10. Probably sell that way. Slime puddle. 89. I'll just put it up. Well, fuck it. Maybe somebody will want it. It's basically just a freebie for them. Sell this for 100. And best boy demon brick. Oh, this one actually sells for gil. 850. And they want a splintered chest. Maybe. 400. Yeah. Okay then. 100. Yeah. Someone might buy it just for the meme potential. Don't really see anybody buying that for that, but for it. 90. 50. Would anyone like some bananas? No. And they want some antelope horn. Maybe? I don't know whether it's deers at, mind you. I saw that. I'm never selling him that. Just have that. What's some Dodori wing? 100. Yeah, I can see that. 50. Some Manar vanish. 890 or 250. Whoever just gets them away, you know what I mean? There we go. Pow, 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 pow. Oh, 34k. That's so not bad, isn't it? And I've got a nice empty inventory. Oh my days, that armor is fire. I can't see. Examine. What are that? Armor of the Behemoth Queen. Oh, I know what that stuff is. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Hold on. I'll see these two. There we go. Look at my magical horse now. How far close can I actually get to this? Because this is technically the dungeon I'm doing. Ah, right, okay. It doesn't actually look like this when you're on it, of course. You have to think of it like the world map icon version. Oops. I really like the music in this one. Dark Knight, the Scholar, and Machinist. Cool, the Machinist got the AoE sword then. I do like a Dark Knight that knows how to pull with Unmend. See a lot of folk pulling with their taunt, and that's just not ideal, really. Taunt just puts you to the top of the aggro table. Whereas Unmend generates a fuckload of aggro, which if you're pulling, well, you'll be at the top if you do that, and you'll stay at the top. Whereas if you taunt, there's every chance that I could like lose aggro from taunt immediately to a healing hot tick. You know what I mean? So I'm not a fan of pulling with taunt. If you've got a gap closer or something, aye, maybe. Yeah, I can't remember this one. Shouldn't be too hard, as if it's a hard mode dungeon I'm doing. Yeah, put my band and my beard too tight and now it hurts. Nope. Should have stood with the tank. This place has changed. I don't remember having to do that before. What you used to have to do was they would drop and you just hit them so they get pushed to the outer edge of the screen. What happens when gigantic birds play with missiles? Nice. Problem with AoE in it. Any of these levels on a Dragoon. In fact, I think you need to be in Stormblood with a Dragoon before you get the AoE combo. Because I need to start with a single target situation just to get my power surge up so I do more damage on my AoE. Between the first two things are always single target. Whereas later on I just get that as a follow-up, it's just 1, 2, and that gives me the power surge and keeps it up while doing consistent AoE damage. Oops. Yeah, that's not what you do, Brian. The tank was on it. Just like I'm on the AoE, hooray! You see the tank sitting over there clearly just spamming fuck out the button. I need to comb my beard. know there's ads, but like, look at the boss itself. Come on now. Even I get greedy every now and again. Okay. It's not like I die of all the time in raids and stuff. Don't we talk about it? God, I really have to deal with my beard. Yeah, cool. Mallet apparently. Stop moving. We've stopped. Sweet. I wonder if any of them think I'm just using a glamour and no actually just properly wielding that relic. I think technically stat-wise, had I not chosen the stats specifically like this, technically the Ironworks spear.
Who treadeth now upon my bones, and waketh me from slumber sweet?
Hey bud.
Thou hast forgotten the face of thy Lord. Remember, mortal, and fear me.
Nah. I think I'm just going to give you the pokey end. Why is everybody standing here? See, we used to just have to kill these guys. How bold thy defiance. Yeah, I was wondering when these fuckers would appear. Oops, I went in too early. My bad. course it's Angmor. Would it be a dragon without it being Angmor? Up. Raw, indeed. Sure. Keep off the lake. That's indeed. Cutscene time.
By her gifts hast thou earned a moment's reprieve. Speak, mortal, and I shall listen. Guided by a star. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn. Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. We do not forget. We do not forgive. 7 children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution. I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor in vain. Thy reprieve is at an end. Trickery is thy shield. This frail, ignoble creature is not gifted, but chosen. Hearken to me, Hydaelyn. I remember, and I consent. Fear not, mortal. I shall not harm thee.
Hey, you said you wouldn't harm me. That looked exactly like impaling me with a spear of light. Damn, I look dope. And I licked all the flavour off of them.
Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker. Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine. I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing. Thou didst profit much by her grace, but no more.
Yeah, he's so cute. It's a baby. Give me the baby. I want to hold the baby.
Covenant binds me to thee. I shall watch, listen, and wait. Fight and struggle, if it be thy will. Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp. I drink of her body, and thence doth mine own find new life. When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice. The dragon song heraldeth a beginning and an end.
Durkin. So now I've got creepy dragon thing as a minion, which I might actually just put out. Where's my minions? There we go. You can join me through Heavensward. Begin to fear the worst. Were those explosions I saw? Ah, shouldn't waste time talking with me. I've now left a message stating that you were to return to the Rising Stones at once. Swing. Bah. Yes, I would like to enter the Solar. Praise the wealthy here, hail and whole. I came since Minfilia informed me of Sir Eminic's request. You have completed your investigation of the Keeper of the Lake, I take it. Then I would hear your report. Why am I important to you, not Minfilia? You converse with Midgard Stormer? I swear, were anyone else to make such a claim, I would regard it with considerable skepticism. And yet those words convey a sense of skepticism. Are we to understand the Wormlord did not perish, and has in sooth lain dormant these past 15 years? Less a resurrection, more no rejuvenation for he who dwelleth in eternity, years passing as moments. Though his words were ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Ishgard shall burn. Clearly an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Sir Emmerich immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midgardsormr in its entirety. Jesus. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravanian is a grave, but necessary risk. Lest we forget, men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. For your own protection, for the sake of our tenuous relations with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. As for how we shall present our revelation to Sir Emerich's emissary, you may leave that part to me. Pray remain here for now. Bye, tiny man. Something you're not telling us, damn it. You seem different somehow, almost as if you're missing something important. Midgardsormr stripped you the blessing of light. Are you alright? How do you feel? It's a relief to hear you're otherwise unharmed. Beggar's belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgardsormr did mention a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silvertear Falls states that when the waters came into existence, so too did the Great Worm. Baltic and Nemea, brother Time and sister Fate, agreed that Midgardsormr ever watch over the source from which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder. Huh. No, anyway, behave yourself. I wonder, what if this was the covenant of which he spoke? Does not the gods whom he treated with Hydaelyn herself? Well, if he's watching over you as he claimed, mayhap you will have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep the matter to ourselves, and do not push the burden on our friends needlessly. Art thou a pawn, or master of thy fate? What hast thou wrought by thine own hands, mortal? Pointy stick. Pointy stick.
My friend, I can scarce believe it. You confronted the Wormlord and lived to tell the tale. I give thanks to Halone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
Ishgardians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries, nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defences and entered the city proper. Yet regardless how strong these magical wars may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. It was not Midgard's armor who roared. A call to arms by one of the first broods cannot be ignored. Till such a time as they choose to request our aid, however, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance, and pray our fears are unfounded. Says you. And I forget, Newland Breeder requested a gallon of the Scions. I assume there's been some progress concerning our efforts to combat the Ascians. Pray inform her that our business with the Ishgardians has concluded for the moment. I shall be along once I've completed my communications with Crystal Braves. Hey bud, how you doing bud? All done with your talk of dragons, wonderful because the Ascians are next to the menu. Let's head to the solar. You could have just met me in there. Prism, rats and prism.
Now that everything's calmed down a bit, relatively speaking I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon. I believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know. So, an Ascian is an immortal because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void. Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Ascian is preventing its soul from making this journey. And if you recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
Which left the small matter of their extermination.
Aye. To unmake an Ascian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Ascian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of. As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether. Hang on a minute! Why didn't we think of this before? White auracite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
Please tell me you're joking. God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you. How many times do you need to be told that white auracite cannot store ether for long periods? Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Indeed. I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Laminsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Ascian's soul? Or still more?
I do not envy the poor sod who has to lug all of that around, on the off chance that an Ascian appears.
That's the very problem we set out to solve, and I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source. And the only viable source is the land.
If you mean to tap the Great River of Ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona.
Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land? I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
But what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say? If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea. I've yet to put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
If you think it's worth your while, you have my blessing. But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
Teleport.
I thought you might say that, but no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out. Thing is, the profusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether. Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Has something happened?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum. During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Castrum's Sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end they have their sights set upon the ceruleum processing plant. Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men. Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals. Well then, consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect. So the Garleans have to go. Besides, we can't afford...
Oops.
There's no telling when...
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Though you have become a Crystal Brave, you are yet a Scion, Alphino. We could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Thancred and Papalymo shall accompany you. Ida and Y'shtola, in the meantime I would have you assist Moonbreeder. Scout out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white orosite.
Thank you, Urianger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you're able. Go well, and be safe.
Nice. Let me see, are any of the two on? Surprising, I've not heard any hiding or heard of them. I'll just give them another wee poke, see if they're about. It would seem that events have once more conspired to rob us of rest and recuperation. Though I would wish otherwise, I must ask that you head straight away to the processing plant. Fourth have already deployed to the area, and await the arrival of the Scions. Wilred will be bereft you on the developing situation. Meanwhile, must rendezvous with Captain Albert at her headquarters in Ul'dah. I should take command of our forces. I should take command with our forces there with a lighter heart, knowing you will go to support the front lines. Okie dokie. Your duties take you northern Thailand, do they not? We too must say our farewells to the Rising Stone for a time. Flaming travels to Ul'dah, and we shall serve as her escort. At my daughter's behest, I go to contact certain old acquaintances in the Gilded City. We are beset on all sides with civil unrest and imperial machinations, threatened by primals and troubled by dragons. We need all the allies we can muster. Many of our friends hold positions of power, you see. Many of my friends hold positions of power, you see. It is my hope they can be convinced to aid the Scion's cause. If past events have taught us anything, then we know that Eorzea must present a united front, or we shall fall. I've got to set up now. Extraordinary that my little Asilla is involved in such far-fetching affairs. I'm proud that I might now stand at her side not only as a mother, but as a colleague. Colleague with influential connections. But I fear Ul'dah has become a place of danger, even for one so familiar with the streets. Woe betide the blackguard that he so much as glares in your direction, milady. Owie! I shall be well protected, it seems. Shall we be on our way then? Oh, for fuck's sake. Bye, buddy. That way. Good lord, it's warm. Commander Leva, you're sent word that you're becoming a veteran of your talents is most welcome. I don't think we can handle this. Not that I don't think we can handle the situation, Major. I've been trying to do since that disaster with the Emulsion. But returning to the task at hand. Flames reconnaissance scouts have reported Imperial soldiers assembling a Maraud's push. Such a force is likely interested in only one thing: getting our hands on the resources found here at the processing plant. Alliance could be marching on us at any time. Pray speak with Lieutenant Edelstein, who might coordinate our counter-strategy. Meantime, I'll inform the others that you've arrived. No doubt it would be welcome tidings. Here I come to stomp on you. Lieutenant Dana, my soldiers yet tell tales of your deeds during our Operation Archon. That we could sit a while and reminisce about old times. The fear more pressing matters require our attention. Civilian draftsmen, you see, come across several highly suspicious crates within the boundaries of the processing plant. Had my sappers take a closer look, our worst fears were confirmed. Those contained powerful explosive devices of Imperial design no less. By my order, the Flame Stationer are conducting a thorough sweep of the compound as we speak. Though it troubles me that we are unable to apprehend the Imperial spy behind this, I have faith that our men will be able to neutralise the threat for now. In the meantime, our scouts bring troubling news on the latest movements of the Imperial army. I would once again ask for your aid. We're keeping a close eye on the garrison. It would seem, the Imperials have finally begun to mobilise. According to the reconnaissance report that just came in, the squads seen leaving the castrum were too few in number to effectively take and hold our position. They will likely mount a swift assault and focus on acquisition of resources. They have, of course, also shared this report with the Crystal Braves. They've decided to take the field to meet the assault head on. I praise your fellow Scions of the situation, and I am heartened to know that they will be joining the effort. Pray report to Lieutenant Eliani, and lend your much welcome strength to your counter-offensive. Counter-offensive. Should I be repairing my gear? Oh no, because I've done it recently. That's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Hello. I'm speaking to the friends. Glad to have you with us, Dermot. I'm sure Lieutenant Edelstein has explained the Garleans have deployed a small force from Castrum Meridianum. Their main column assembles to the north near Dalamud's Talons. But we've also spied several squads attempting to conceal themselves on the approach to the west. We wish you to rush forth and commit to a battle with their main column, leaving the detached force free to raid the plant and pillage supplies. Not much of a strategy, but these are desperate men. Captain Alberta. Greetings, Scion. I understand the commander bid you and your fellows come lend a hand to the Braves. With such mighty heroes at its disposal, this force should have little trouble contending with aught the Garleans might throw at them. But even you cannot be everywhere at once. The third was getting restless and holed up and all that, so march them out here to fill any holes in the plant's defences and add their numbers to your counter-attack. Reinforcements are welcome. We've enough soldiers now to divide our own forces and safely engage the enemy far beyond the walls. It would be best to avoid staging a battle anywhere near this much ceruleum. Let's take the fight to the Garleans. A wise course indeed. I shudder to think of the consequences should any of these storage tanks be exposed to fire. If there are no more objections, the Scions shall join the 4th and give battle to the main column. You're with the 3rd then, Warrior Light. Your job will be to intercept these squads heading out to the west and prevent them from reaching the processing plant. When you're ready to proceed, report to Lieutenant Uyahase. The scouts should have a rough idea where the Imperials concealed themselves by now. Get them off. Pleasure to be fighting at your side once more, Scion. Operations invariably succeed when you're around, and victories are wont to pave the road to greater calm. Now, this detached force we've been sent to eliminate has split into smaller squads to better conceal themselves within the terrain hereabouts, I imagine. We'll need to split ourselves up as well to cover more ground, and make sure we root out all those would-be raiders. And seeing as your army unto yourself, I've assigned you to your own areas to scare clear enemy soldiers. Aye, simple search and destroy. Rendezvous back here when the task is done. Happy hunting. That's a bit grim, bro. These are still people. I wonder where I'm supposed to go. Ah, you just had that hidden, did you? No bother. No bother at all. Makes total sense. Oof. Things outside the dungeons just aren't built to last against me right now. Granted, my level's obscene compared to theirs, but that's not the point. I think I'm like almost in gear that's, you know, way above what should be for what I'm wearing. They brought a Reaper. Or, well, Magitech Reaper. Guardian up here? Yeah. 'Tis indeed. You seem grimson. I take that to mean that between us, more than a few Guardians won't be making it back to the Castrum. These Imperials, though they certainly made us earn our pay. But I'd be mine if I never had to tussle with another one of those Magitech horrors. It's time we bid this war-torn land farewell. I'll contact the 4th and let Lieutenant Alian know the west is now clear. I'd appreciate it if you do the same when you report to Lieutenant Hiddleston. Pew! Hello. Lieutenant Dina, what news of the Guardians? The raiding parties on Homor then? Excellent. The machine engineers were most relieved to hear that the plant is no longer in any immediate danger. Thanks again for your assistance. Oops. Uninvited Axiom. You must be anxious to for word of your fellows. Lieutenant Alian has reported a sound victory over the main column, and informs me that Sands have already turned their attention to other duties. But there is one, that is, a brigade lady with a large axe. It appears she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. I know not what task keeps her from returning to civilization, but Northern Vanland is no place to wander alone, even for a capable sort such as her. You would certainly feel better about things could you check in her before you continue on your way. I might as well, let's have an end up there. Hey, buddy.
Hold on, I won't be a second. The beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe. I know, as Urianger never tires of reminding me. An axe ill becometh the hand of a scholar. What can I say? I like axes.
Same.
To hear my mother tell it, I came into this world holding one.
Not the same. I do like a good axe, though.
It's not as if it stopped me picking up a quill, is it? I often think of the man who introduced me to the joys of learning. He's one of the reasons I decided to come to Eorzea. Him and my excruciatingly stiff childhood friend. Considering how unalike we are, it's a wonder we ever got on. The world's a strange old place, isn't it? Aye, that ought to do it. So far, so good. At these concentrations, it shouldn't matter too much if something goes awry. Just enough ether to make it interesting. Did you see that? The way the crystal glowed? The siphon works, I'm happy to say. With a few refinements, it should satisfy our appetite for ether, which just leaves the small matter of forging our blade. I'm not sure how to go about it just yet, but I swear to find a way. I'll put a blade in your hands if it's the last thing I do.
She senses me. A useful talent.
Hanassian, are they onto us?
By your brand, I see you are an Archon of Sharlayan. Keeper of knowledge. Seeker of truth. Meddler.
I don't know what the hell's you're saying, but I don't much like your tone.
Your instincts serve you well. But come, be not unsettled on my account. That lovely brow was not made for frowns.
Don't be a creep.
But I waste my breath. Let me direct my words to one who understands them. We meet at last, warrior of light. I am Nabriales. and you have long been a thorn in my side. I suffered the overweening presence of La Habrea that men might host the power of gods, only for you to undo my hard work.
Oh, bugger.
Do settle down. You must concede that I acted in self-defense.
How do Cam?
But what's this? I do not sense the blessing of light. Oh dear. Could it be that frail Hydaelyn has forgotten her champion? This I did not foresee. Shorn of light as you are no longer a threat. And better yet, the seal is broken. Now is the time to claim the staff. With it in my grasp, I shall rise above them all and take my place at Lord Zodiac's right hand.
What did that bastard want with us?
Wee bit of context, Cam. The text in red is spoken in a language that, because we had the blessing of light, we can understand it, but normal folk really can't unless the one that's speaking it wills them to understand it. We could understand it one way or another. It's like explained all the way up in like Shadowbringers, so like 3 expansions ahead of where I am right now. Shut up, phone.
Nobrialis, he calls himself. With charm like that, I'll bet he has maidens falling at his feet, unconscious. But this staff, you say just talking about it had the bastard grinning like a brat on his name day. Must be quite a staff. Oh, gods. He means Tupsimati, Master Louis Soir's staff. Minfilia's in danger. We have to get back to the Rising Stones.
Why return to the Rising Stones? Yeah, man. Pretty fucking... Do you fucking mind, sir? It's in the middle of a conversation. Yeah, there was some pretty good stuff there, like, genuinely hyped for all the Nintendo stuff. No, all the Mario stuff that's coming out. The new Wii Mario game looks really cool. Was it Mario Dreams or Seeds or whatever? I don't know, the one you can play as Daisy. Really? Oh, go around and kill basilisks, got you. And there was a couple of wee bits and bobs, but to be honest, I don't remember too much, if I'm completely honest with you. There was a few that I tried to search to see if they were on Steam, because that'd be easier for me to record, quite frankly. But alas, there was not. So I'd literally need to go back, rewatch the direct, and take notes of the stuff that I wanted to buy. Right now, it's definitely the new Peach game that they teased, the new Mario game, the remake of Luigi's Mansion 2, because that was a really good one. I'm glad it got something other than like a portable release. I'd be interested to see how they do it on the Switch. It's going to be very difficult, to be honest. And the Mario RPG, like, damn. Just damn. I mean, I've played through it now. Totally, legitimately legal, and not at all emulated. But, technically I've got legal access to it now, because it's on our Switch Plus, whatever it is. But yeah, I'll definitely be getting that one as well. Just sort of looks like they've redone the combat slightly as well. I wonder if they'll still cap the level out. You're here! Master Louis Soir kept in the solar, isn't it? Quickly now! Oh no!
You too!
So, you were able to divine my intent. What now, warrior of light? Ah, but that name is no longer fitting. You have become decidedly dull, and quite incapable of barring my entry.
What do you mean?
You truly do not know? Then I suppose it is only right that I enlighten you. The blessing of light kept you and your fellow meddlers safe. It was that which prevented my kind from entering your domain. My kind, I say, though it had no power over the likes of Elidibus and La Habrea. Being of this world, they could come and go as they please, while I could only look on. But I need look no longer. Now that the seal is gone, I mean to act. Unlike the others, I am not given to waiting. I shall take that staff and bring about the next rejoining.
Rejoining? Then it was your doing. The Isle of Val, the scholars, all of it.
You will not harm her!
Typical warrior.
Moonbreeder!
Why must you insist on forcing my hand? Did you learn nothing from our last meeting? Ah, but I forget. My words fall upon deaf ears.
The staff is but a broken relic, a memorial to the departed. What possible use could you have for it?
What use? You mean to say that all this time you kept the key, never knowing what it was you possessed? The staff Tupsimati, or rather the stone tablet it bears, is host to a great power. Together with the horn, it can be used to draw vast quantities of ether from its bearer's surroundings. How else do you think Louis Soir was able to invoke the power of the 12 without making them an offering of crystals? Summoning requires not only prayer, but a profusion of ether. Even a child knows that.
If I did not know before, you may be certain I do now. But above all, I know that we cannot allow this staff to fall into your hands. I will die before I let you take it.
If that's a joke about her being holy, Cameron, you're despicable.
Woman. I would
approve.
happily end your miserable life here and now. Alas, Elidibus would never let me hear the end of it. Very well. If you will not part with the staff, I will take you too.
After them! Quickly! Before the rift closes!
The chrysalis is now accessible. You alright? She's alright. It's a trial. Where's there? Oh joy, oh joy, oh bugger, oh joy. You're right. You're right. You're right. You know that trailer for the Mario thing? I got like a real. I don't actually remember something I wanted to do. I got a really good giggle at like when Mario done the power up and turned into the elephant, and the wee flower was like, "Man, that Goomba looks so peaceful," and then you just punt it to fuck as the elephant is like, "Alrighty then." Punted it thoroughly to fuck. Oh. This should be fun. Swing. I need to fix my portrait so that message stops coming up. Be a creep. Stop being a creep. Anyway, I poke this creep with the pokey bits. Let me hit him. Let me hit him. Oops. You know, this will only be the second time I'll have done this. I think I'm gonna do it. Oh, for fuck's sake, you need to go through another phase. At least now we got a front and centre view. I feel slightly less epic than when we done Ultimate Weapon. Sweet, and alive thing about it, damn. I'm ready. Nice. Cheers, buddy. And she falls and breaks all of her bones. Yes. I'm alive now. You'd have got second chance point for all that. Mind to your book, because that's like 500 poems. You're welcome.
You're safe. Thank the 12.
And I get mine's done for the week as well. Also need the cap for the week. I keep forgetting it's Tuesday. Ew.
You may have bested me this day, but what of the next? What of all the days to come? Remember, light no longer holds sway here. I may return whensoever I wish, again and again and again. Eventually, you will falter, and the staff will be mine. Until next time, scions.
There will be no next time. This is the end.
What trickery is this? No, no, you cannot. No!
God, he even sounds like a pervert.
Use Tube Samati to gather ether. Quickly, before he breaks free. Concentrate. Call to mind the time you struck down La Habrea with the Blade of Light.
Sounds like a shite skeleton.
Why won't it work? Is it because we lack the blessing of light?
Aye, Lauren.
Damn it. So much ether. And it still isn't enough.
Fools! No mortal prison can contain me. I shall make you pay for your insolence.
Until we meet again.
Please, Mother Heidelin, hearken to our plea. Lend us your divine light. Why can you not hear us? Do our words no longer reach you?
If only we had a bit more ether.
Moonbreeder, what are you doing?
Master Louis Soir, I understand now. The choice you made. In death, there is life. Farewell, Urianger. You damned old coot.
mustn't.
Oh, but she must.
What? No! It cannot end! I am eternal! I am immortal!
Moonbreeder. She's gone.
Yup.
You did it, my friend. The Ascian is dead. This device is a legacy of Moonbreeder's toils and sacrifice. I shall hold on to it for safekeeping.
Minfilia, are you all right?
I am.
Oh, we were surveying northern Thanalan when we received the distress call. We returned as swiftly as we were able.
It seems you have everything in hand, however.
Not quite.
What happened here? Where is Moonbreeder?
Dead. She's dead. Oh, sorry. Was it meant to be a bit more tactful?
She gave her life to temper the Blade of Light. I have no words.
Rather than await the inevitable, she took her fate into her own hands.
Does Urianger know?
He does fucking know.
My friend, there is something I must tell you.
I heard all, my lady. The moon sinketh, taking her leave of the heavens. Yet her passing heraldeth the coming of a new day. Moonbreeder hath fulfilled her destiny, hath she not? Long ago, far across the seas in the Sharlayan motherland, Moonbreeder and I did study under the sage tutelage of Master Louisoix. Full oft did he impress upon us that knowledge existeth to serve the greater good. This sentiment, however, was contrary to the nation's policy of neutrality, which censured intercedence in the affairs of foreign lands. In spite of vehement opposition, he founded the Circle of Knowing, and journeyed hither to the heart of Eorzea. Through his noble sacrifice was the realm spared its doom. Yet this great soul, whom all should rightly have honored, was branded a pariah in his own land. His peers did accuse him of forsaking his duty as a man of learning, and of meddling in the course of history. When he left Sharlayan behind, Master Louisoix gave no word to signal his intent to Moonbreeder. Close as they were, as master and disciple, she was deeply wounded by the sudden exclusion from his confidence. Above all, however, she was confused. Try as she might, she could ill comprehend her master's motive. The slanders that were heaped upon him after his passing served only to inflame the turmoil within her. For years upon end, she knew not what to believe. Torn as she was twixt the man whom she revered and the man who forsook her and his duty both.
The Louisoix I knew would never forsake his duty, much less one of his own.
This I know full well, my lady. 'Twas not for want of love that Master Louisoix hid his intent. He but desired that Moonbreeder discover her own path, free of the shadow of his influence. Long did I contemplate revealing the truth to her, and long did I hold my peace. After all, was it not Master Louis Soir's wish that she come to the truth unaided? I told myself it was, and resolved to let her suffer. Knowingly did I deny my friend the comfort she craved. And now she hath gone to her rest, with doubt still in her heart. Speakest thou in earnest? Did Moonbreeder truly come to understand Master Louis Soir's will before the end? The realization hath set her free. She may now find the peace which hath for so long eluded her. Oh, Moonbreeder, my dearest, how I shall miss thee.
Moonbreeder gave her life that we might possess the means to defeat the Ascians. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. Let us continue her work on the Blade of Ether and see it to completion.
My lady, I would mourn Moonbreeder in mine own way. I beg your permission to return to the Waking Sands.
Of course, my friend. Take all the time you require. We shall be here should you have need of us.
I mean, I'd offer him a hug, but, like, do you really want any of this near hugging you? Like, I can't even, like, stretch out and hug you just because there's, no matter where I am, there's some kind of pointy bit. Never have I seen Urianger so utterly defeated. No one should be made to suffer such grief. We shall gather in the Charlene Manor to celebrate Moonbreeder's life and mourn her passing. Moonbreeder was a native of Charlene, I feel it's only fitting we gather before the Mark of the Scholar. Familiar with the stone? It is a monument found at Wraithfrost, and is sacred to Thaliak, guardian deity of the City of Learning. There shall we pray for our dear friend's soul, that her peace will return to the light of the Mother Crystal. Oh, it's actually just there. Okay. I knew this. I was just testing. Have we met Thaliak? I don't think we've met Thaliak yet. We'll get Thaliak, Thimlian, and 2 others to find. That'll be the next and last part of the Alliance raid. Sweet.
Forgive me, Moonbreeder. Had I been quicker or wiser, but I was not. And you paid the price. But you would not suffer us to wallow in our sorrow, would you? You would tell us to pick ourselves up and get on with it. And so we shall. We shall defend this realm and her people to the last.
Life for death, a fair exchange. Other bargains will be struck.
Oh, sorry. Teleporting now. It's just faster. Oh, look at them all being sad. Let's laugh at them while they're sad. Haha, you're sad. We said our farewells. Public sadness is diminished but little. Forgive me, it is my job to be the pillar of strength for others to learn upon. Hello phone, how are you doing? It is odd that I get a text message. I shall deal with that shortly. Yet I also believe the grief you feel now is precious in some way. Do not be lightly swept aside. And not to be lightly swept aside. Aye, that one. It's as if a dagger's been thrust into my breast. Oh, sorry, did I cuddle you? But 'twas plain. We must learn to bear it, for to forge ahead with our duty. The battles we have fought have taken the lives of so many. Oiswa, Moonbreeder, our fellows at the Waking Sands. Their spirit and dedication to our cause, however, will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more. Hardly need remind you of this, of course. It is for my own benefit that I repeat these words. Reaffirmation of mine own chosen path. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am like to collapse in a fit of weeping. I apologise, Dermot. There is no other whom I could display such weakness. You are my pillar of strength. No fear shall have need of your steadfast presence in the days to come. Presence in the days to come. Have you a moment, Dermot? I believe Ida would like to work with you. You should consider it a personal favour if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She has not been herself since Moonbreeder's passing. Why are eggs this year so downcast? I'm sure it does. But... Beef... I think I'm going to go through the Lab of the Ancients now. Maybe have a wee pause on the MSQ and go through the labs. If you care to join me, I'll just be syncing it. It's easier than setting up groups and stuff since we're lacking an entire badge who I've not heard from in a couple of days. See, I don't know if he's back from pooping, so maybe just queue. And if he comes back, then I can join him. Right, can't do it unrestricted. Lab of the Ancients, let's go! So we went through all that trouble to forge these wards to get us through the death fields at Lab of the Ancients to get into the Elegant Castle, essentially, the Crystal Tower. But first we need to get through the Lab of the Ancients, and we are being sent through to basically make sure it's safe for all the scholarly like Egypts. I guess he doesn't get a chance to come back then. Sorry, beef. I don't mind, I love these raids. Forgot to name my portrait again, because of course I did. This is a good introduction to allied trades. Lally ho! So the Elegans were an extremely advanced civilization, just sort of stopped existing. Partially because of a great calamity, but as far as we know, they just fucking failed to be alive anymore. Sage and an Astral, cool. Maybe actually get some healing then. Right now, they're my two favourite types of healers to play. Astral being the one that I choose to main. I've got another Dwagoon, Samurai, a Machinist, and a Ring Mage. And our main tank warrior, it's their first time here. Awesome. So fucking cool, this place, man. Oops, I have been slowed. I must have been tanking a mob. Ah, wonderful. I got to be soon at very recently here. I kind of general rule of thumb, the potency of the moves only makes sense to use an AoE if there's 3 targets, otherwise you're doing more damage by single target if there's 2 or less. 1 or 2. 2 or less is really dumb, but I know what I'm trying to say. Because this game has the things displayed in potency. More sense to have it this way. Times for that to happen, I'm about to have to cut the raid off. Redo this another time. Come on, we're going. A bit further. Just a smidge further. Guess that's as far as we're getting. That's what happens when you don't get them far enough. Good job, lad. Good job. Oh. Oops. Diseased again. Yes, of course I did. Shit, let's see. Depending on what drops, I would need it. Technically level appropriate. Ah, nice. I'm level 60, so fuck. If any of the Dragoon stuff drops, then I'm going to need it. This stuff is very nice, very classic Final Fantasy look to it. In fact, the Royal Crown, not saying Royal Clown, the Royal Crown is literally the headgear, I believe, from the Warrior Elite in FF1. Pew. Too far, now we might be in trouble. Come on, buddy, you can make it. So in this fight we need a certain number of people to stand on this circle so that other, so the one over there can be damaged by that team. Too many of us go off it, it breaks out, and they can't hit their mob. Hers is dead. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, get up to unlocking the next part, and then we'll call it a stream. I think. Getting close to Heavensward, and I want to get this and Bahamut done, but I'll need like a full night for Bahamut to do through all the story, and then just to have like Beaver Badge absolutely slaughterificate it. I can't actually do damage to this boss right now. That is a good man, alright. We need a buff for one of these wee sleepy dudes. So, in the meantime, all I get to do in this group is punch out these guys. Basically just stop anything that's trying to hurt him, because I think we can technically run out. No, I can hurt him. earlier. So you only do damage to Thanatos when you have this. Can't interrupt him. So there comes Jaboba Bimbo. So he's currently tanking the boss. Thank you. This way apart. Has it been that long since I've done this? I've genuinely forgot, because I always thought we went left first and then straight on, but whatever. Maybe it just never mattered and I've just never really paid attention. Hey, I got some stuff for a class I've not unlocked. Wow, I rolled a net 9 for it. Balloons! Wow, that bomb did not like that image. Pardon me, sorry. When he's died, run them at the same time then, that's cool. Rare, but cool. What am I talking about? We already went to the zombie dragon. I just totally blanked out. They'll be done Thanatos there. Wow, okay. So we're on the Behemoth King now. An interesting fight to be said for sure. It either doesn't last or you wipe those like they have in between. All depends on these wee green balls, one of which is above mine. Marking the Iron Giant, it doesn't need to be killed. Do this fight right, you don't even need to fight the ads, you literally just punch the boss. Nice of them to wait on folk watching the cutscenes. Read. So people know what I'm doing then. Almost guarantee I'm wiping this one. Yep. Yeah. Hee hee. I gotta go there manually now, don't I? I knew I'd get the fucking map into the realm. Beat us to it. Just watch where they cast, because if one of them gets through, you're getting slapped, pal. Gunbreaker decided it was time to go. I think I decided it was time to kick in the teeth of it looks like Jizo. Oops, don't get greedy. Phew. And none dead. Wow. First time for everything. Nice. Oh, and I got a level up as well. No, because it's my first time doing it, so of course. Accommodate. I think it was you that was getting orders. So. Manifest. Great. 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 Balancon is great. But for everybody, that's never actually my whole time playing this game had the ability to have any of them made into anything other than, you know, one gillet vendor. Bored now. None of it was Dragoon stuff, so I don't care. Now who the fuck did we get past? Alright lads. Very impressive. impressive, I must say. Your name should be written large in volumes to be sure they're penned for this historic occasion. Scale of the structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. According to the findings of my Baldessian colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store endless energies of the sun. A characteristically ambitious undertaking. Now, of the tower's inner defences, judging by your haggard expression, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. Look at me, do I look like I've got small feet? Giant of a man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you see. Yeah, that'll have been Phlegethon. Not Acheron. Phlegethon. He was a hero of the Elegant Revolution. And you gleaned that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? Well, I am a historian, and I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Elegant Empire. It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from mushy scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of Eld, resurrected and augmented through the Elegant's extraordinary technology. Chief, you gotta see this. Well, there it is, foot of the tower. What surprise did you have in store for us, I wonder? Can't tell you how glad I am to have you with us, honest little jaunt, old friend. Had you not beaten the path with maids, very much doubt we'd be standing here now. Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let's retire to St. Coin's Find. For the present, plan the next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way to go yet. Right, I am going to call it there. Next time I'll go through the Lab of the Ancients, hopefully do, well, not the whole quest line basically, right through to the end.